Charges can be categorized into different groups. Before adding charges, we will first create a few categories to understand the process better. To do this, search for Charges Categories using the search bar or navigate to the Setup menu and select Charges Categories. If there are existing charge categories, a list will be displayed. To add a new category, click the plus icon at the top of the list screen. In the Charges Category field, enter the category name and click Save. Now, let's quickly add a few more charge categories. After adding charges categories, navigate to the Charges section under the Setup menu to add new charges. Above the list of existing charges, click the plus button to add a new charge. A form for adding new charges will appear. The code field is mandatory. Enter a 3 or 4 character code or abbreviation for the charge. Select the charge's currency. Enter the required charge name. Provide a short name for this charge. The printing name field specifies how the charge name will appear on printed documents. The localized name field allows you to enter the charge name in a local language like Arabic or Hindi for printing on official documents. You can assign a display order for this charge when printing on relevant documents. Use the tag field to enter any relevant classification tags. In the VAT category field, select the appropriate taxation category for this charge. The charge type field defines the relationship between the charge and different charge categories, such as whether it is related to a principal, an agency, or any other entity. The next field is for selecting the subtype of the charge. This determines the specific department the charge applies to, such as detention, clearing, or any other related function. Next, select a reporting group for this charge. This means assigning the charge to a specific group for reporting purposes. The next field requires selecting the charge category, which corresponds to the category we added earlier in this video. Below these fields, you will find several checkboxes, each serving a specific function. Enabling Tax Receivable checkbox allows setting tax as receivable with this charge. Checking Tax Payable option makes the charge subject to payable tax. Next is Tax on Principal payment. If the charge is related to the principal, enabling this option ensures tax deduction on payments processed for the principal's transaction. Checking Apply Company Restriction checkbox restricts the charge to a specific company. Next field is Default Payable Party Type. The default payable party type refers to the entity or party responsible for making payments when a charge is generated as an account payable entry in the system. Select the appropriate party. Similar to the default payable party, you may also need to set a default receivable party, which determines the entity responsible for receiving payments for the charge. If required, select a default receivable party from the list to automate receivables. Section labeled Calculation Type contains 2 radio buttons that define how the charge is applied to transactions. Unit-based charge is applied based on the number of units, and shipment-based charge applies to the entire shipment as a whole. Another checkbox, Exclude on SOC containers, ensures that the charge is excluded if shipper-owned containers, SOC, are involved in a shipment. Below these fields, there are 3 tabs: Tax Authority Detail, Subcompany and Default Setup. Pressing Enter on the Authority tab opens the list of all tax authorities. The next field allows defining the revenue share percentage for each selected authority. If multiple companies are involved, you can select the company name in the next field. In cases where multiple companies are involved, The Subcompany tab allows selecting additional company names along with their operational currency. The Default Setup tab contains a table of operations with job types. You can turn any operation on or off for this particular charge. Similarly, the Occasional or Permanent options allows setting the charge for occasional use or permanent use with the same attributes. Attributes. The right column enables assigning a carrier, customer, or vendor for specific air import or export operations. Click dropper icon or press Enter for selecting the carrier or the agent. Once all configurations are set, click Save to store the charge as a new entry. The new charge has been successfully saved. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.